Hey everyone, in this video we'll be discussing about the ulnar nerve. We know that it originates from C7, C8 and T1, and it basically arises from the or we can say originate from the medial cord of the brachial plexus in the axilla. I will show you its pathway, its course in the arm with this through this diagram. So here we can see that the it runs along the medial side of the upper limb. It runs down the medial side. This one is the brachial artery and this one is the ulnar nerve. So basically it is running along the medial side of the brachial artery as far as the middle of the arm. Then it enters the medial aspect of the posterior compartment of the arm. After entering the medial aspect of the posterior compartment of the arm, it passes behind the medial epicondyle of the humerus. The ulnar nerve has no branches in the arm except for an articular branch to the elbow joint. It emerges from behind. Now you can see that it emerges here from behind the medial epicondyle of the humerus, and it crosses the medial ligament of the elbow joint and enters the medial aspect of the anterior compartment of the forearm by passing between the two heads of the flexor carpi ulnaris muscle. It passes between the two heads of the flexor carpi ulnaris muscle and the other muscle, which is the flexor digitorum profundus. It basically runs in between both of these two muscles, as you can clearly see in the diagram. In the distal two-third of the forearm, the ulnar nerve lies on the medial side of the ulnar artery, which I will show you in the diagram. So here from this diagram you can see that this one is the ulnar nerve and this one is the ulnar artery, and in the distal two-third of the forearm the ulnar nerve lies on the medial side of the ulnar artery, whereas in the arm it lies medially to the brachial artery. So now as it enters the wrist, the ulnar nerve becomes superficial and lies between the tendon of the flexor carpi ulnaris and the flexor digitorum superficialis muscle. So now we'll discuss the forearm branches of the ulnar nerve. We know that the branches basically are the muscular branches, the articular branches, the palmar cutaneous branch and the posterior or the dorsal cutaneous branch. So first we'll talk about the muscular branches. The ulnar nerve, it is the minor motor nerve to the anterior compartment of the forearm. It is because it just supplies in the anterior compartment of the forearm, it just supplies the flexor carpi ulnaris and the ulnar half of the flexor digitorum profundus muscle, which was not supplied by the median nerve, and the rest of the muscles in the anterior compartment of the forearm are basically supplied by the median nerve, as we have already discussed in our previous video of the median nerve. And whereas the articular branches, it just supply the elbow joint. And if we talk about the palmar cutaneous branch, basically it is a small branch that arises in the middle of the forearm. In the middle of the forearm, it crosses the superficial side of the flexor retinaculum and supplies the skin over the medial part of the palm. So here it is supplying the palmar cutaneous branch of the ulnar nerve. And if we talk about the posterior dorsal cutaneous branch, it is basically the large branch that arises in the, here we can see this is the dorsal branch of the ulnar nerve, and it arises in the distal third of the forearm. It winds around the ulnar deep to the flexor carpi ulnaris tendon and descends superficial to the extensor retinaculum. We know that the extensor retinaculum is present posteriorly and supplies the medial third of the dorsum of the hand. And you can, in this diagram, you can see that it is supplying the medial third of the dorsum of the hand. It divides into several dorsal digital nerves that supplies the medial side of the ring finger and the sides of the little finger. As we know that the ulnar nerve, it enters the medial part of the palm of the hand by passing superficial to the flexor retinaculum and lateral to the pisiform bone, which is present here, and as well as it is present medial to the ulnar artery, which must be present over here. Then the nerve divides into a superficial and a deep branch as it crosses the retinaculum, and we'll discuss about this. Okay, so this is the superficial branch of the ulnar nerve. Basically, it is a primary cutaneous nerve in the hand. It descends in the palm, lying in the subcutaneous tissue between the pisiform bone and the hook of the hamate, and the nerve lies medial to the ulnar artery. Here, the nerve and the artery may lie in a fibro-osseous tunnel created by fibrous tissue derived from the superficial part of the flexor retinaculum. The nerve may be compressed at this side, giving rise to the clinical signs and symptoms, and the superficial branch of the ulnar nerve has its own muscular branches and the palmar cutaneous branches. So we can see that this is the muscle palmaris brevis. It basically supplies This one is the palmaris brevis, this muscle. It supplies the palmaris brevis muscle, and the palmar cutaneous branches include the common palmar digital nerve and the proper palmar digital nerve. So this is the common palmar digital nerve, and it supplies the palmar aspect of the medial side of the little finger. And the proper palmar digital nerve, it supplies the adjacent sides of the little. This one is the adjacent sides of the little and the ring finger, and it also supplies the distal half of the dorsal aspect of these fingers. Okay, so this one is the deep branch of the ulnar nerve. Basically, the deep branch of the ulnar nerve, it is the primary motor nerve to the intrinsic muscles of the hand. It supplies all the intrinsic muscles except for the three muscles in the thenar compartment and the first two lumbricals. And if you remember that the muscles of the thenar compartment and the first two lumbricals, they are both supplied by the median nerve, as we have already discussed in the previous video of the median nerve. Okay, the deep branch, it curves deeply between. Now you can see that it curves deeply between the muscles, that is the abductor digiti minimi. This one is the abductor digiti minimi and the flexor digiti minimi. This one is the flexor digiti minimi. So it curves deeply between these two muscles and it purses the opponent's digiti minimi here. This one is the opponent's digiti minimi. It purses, and basically this nerve lies deep to the flexor tendons and superficial to the metacarpal bones and the interosseous muscles. The deep branch of the ulnar nerve has its branches with the muscular branches. It supplies all three muscles of the hypothenar eminence, and the muscles of the hypothenar eminence were abductor digiti minimi, flexor digiti minimi brevis, and the opponent's digiti minimi. And all the palmar and the dorsal interossei and the third and the fourth lumbrical muscles and both head of the abductor pollicis muscle. This is the adductor pollicis muscle. This is the head of the adductor pollicis muscle, and it is also supplied by the deep branch of the ulnar nerve. So here ends the course, the relation, the branches, and the innervations of the ulnar nerve. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.